Let's bring in editor-in-chief of thehill.com, Bob Cusack. Bob, thanks for joining us on this Friday morning. So President Biden took 22 questions total, 50-minute plus news conference. Was it enough?
Yeah, Brooke, he went longer than I thought, but it was not enough. I mean, and that was why. Well, we saw more Democrats, as you were just talking about, come out against him. And listen, NATO is now over, and I'm expecting more Democrats to come out today, over the weekend, and then he's got a big interview, media interview on Monday. Listen, Joe Biden put himself in this position because of a terrible debate performance, and he continues to have gaffes as he had yesterday. You know, just being okay is not good enough. He needs to hit a home run, and he did not hit a home run last night.
Yeah, I've been seeing some headlines this morning that said, Biden's performance wasn't necessarily commanding, but it was fine. But that's not necessarily the headline you want to be seeing if you're the Biden camp this morning.
Yeah, that's right. And it comes down, can he win? And the other part of that is what's going to happen to Democrats down ballot. According to Decision Desk, the chances of the Senate and House flipping are high, in the mid-60s for the House, and certainly the Senate, because of the map, is probably gone to the Republicans already. So Biden is dragging down the ticket. And remember, what happened a couple days ago with Nancy Pelosi opening the door for a change, and also George Clooney going after Biden in an op-ed saying he's not the man that he used to be. That really devastated Biden world, and the ramifications will continue throughout the weekend.
As Tom was mentioning, right now, the president's mistakes are being magnified, of course, considering the conversations that were swirling this press conference. President Biden yesterday had two moments that have made headlines. He mistakenly called Vice President Harris Vice President Trump. He confused Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky for President Putin. How do you see these gaffes going over? Are these critically important, or is this kind of just adding to the noise?
I think they're important, Brooke. I mean, listen, Donald Trump has had his own misstatements, confusing Nancy Pelosi and Nikki Haley, but Biden's had a lot more. And, those were not minor errors. Those were not two European nations that he messed up. It was a big difference between Harris and Trump, a big difference between Putin and Zelensky, and especially when the spotlight's on him for him to make those high-profile mistakes. And listen, the world's watching. NATO, it was a big press conference, and he made a mistake, and it's not good. And until he proves that he can win, and that's another thing to watch, Brooke, is the polls and the battlegrounds. We're going to get more polling data over the next several days, weeks, over the next week. Remember, the convention is starting for the Republicans next week. That could also be an indicator. And Biden did open the door potentially for people to go to him, or polls to convince him that he could step aside. But there's going to be more Democrats, and I think if we get to like 50 Democrats, and especially if we get any Democrat from the Congressional Black Caucus or the Congressional Hispanic Caucus, and none of them have come out to say Biden should step aside, that would be a big deal.
A fine performance from the president last night, but to your point, a performance that doesn't seem to be quieting any of the critics this morning. Bob Cusack, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.